going on, guys? Welcome back. Let's get this motor done today, eh? Let's get it in the car and running.
Let's do it.
So I've cleaned up Zach's timing covers and engine covers this morning. Just cleaned up the inside of the engine covers. There was still a bit of that flaky white paint from the last ones.
It was literally everywhere, and I still haven't even been able to get everything off. It's everywhere.
Anyway, so we gave them a clean up this morning. Gave the timing covers a clean up so they can go in the engine now. We're just going to make it look a lot more complete. So we're getting pretty close. Just got some covers to chuck on, and then yeah, we can start putting on manifolds and stuff, and yeah, having super fun, happy times. So not bad. Hell yeah! So it's looking pretty good, pretty stoked, and yeah, hopefully we get it in the car and run today, and it's all sorted, and then Zach can take it home and go back into isolation.
I have big plans for this that'll probably never be fulfilled. As with all cars. It's a very smart point by you, but I wouldn't have a clue.
Can't say I have either with mine.
It's always going to have a little bit of me, isn't it? I don't know how I managed that. Rightio, cam covers on, timing covers on. Ooh, it's looking so good.
Bucks, mate.
Looking great. Now we're finally going to be fixing the snapped exhaust studs. So the new ones are going in, and hopefully this thing seals all the way up now.
Oh, it will.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
It'll be fine, mate.
It'll be fine. Shivvy fine. Can't have the first drive on this thing be max. Because the only other thing I have to do is...
all Maxes are dogs.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. They're just buddy.
Righto, guys, she's more or less back together. Got our timing covers and cam covers back on. It's about as good as the motor's ever going to look.
Don't say that.
Everything got to put on from here is going to make it ugly, so I figured we'd give you a bit of a look around it now. But all fresh exhaust studs.
Mm-hmm.
That's fresh Nissan OEM exhaust studs too, so very nice.
Nismo, mate. It's what it said out on the packet, actually. It said
Oh.
Nismo. So, yeah, no, you know we're definitely going to be putting some big boosts through this bad boy, I'll tell you what.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why I'm going over every single oil leak to see if I can, every single little bit of oil I can find just to try and fix it.
Righto, guys, having a quick super duper break, but we've got the turbo and everything, pretty much everything on the hot side's pretty much sorted. It's actually got all of the crush washers and gaskets in it now, so it's bound to be at least 100 times better than when it got here. So anyway, time now to move on to getting the cold side on, getting the intake on, and pretty much the rest of the hoses on this side, and then we're pretty much ready to wheel it out and start bringing the 33 in and looking at what we can do as far as getting it in there. Also, Rex finished everything he had to do to the Skyline and cleaned it all up nice and wheel blacked it and tyre shined it, and look how good it looks. So motor's more or less ready to go. We've got everything under the manifold all hooked up. I've just got to put some oil. I fill up from the oil filter hole. That just runs it back down into the top of the pump, make sure the pump primes. So got to do that once we get it out of the engine room, put the filter on it. But apart from that, we've done put our front drain on now that our power steering bracket is on. We've also completed our Ross rear head drain, so that's all finished up now. It's looking really nice and tidy in there. So motor's ready to go out of the engine room now. So we'll take it outside and we'll look at getting the 33 in on the hoist. Start looking at getting the big girl back in the car.
Crazy excited. I've never done an engine rebuild, so like this is the first start of an engine build that I've done. So I'm pretty happy. Really happy.
Hell yeah, exciting stuff.
Sure is.
It'd be nice to hear it run.
Finally, with exhaust gaskets and with decent compression.
Yeah, 6 cylinders.
All 6 cylinders. It's gonna be good time.
Yeah, so anyway, still got a bit of mucking around to do once we get it in the car, finishing up a few lines and this and that. Obviously this motor had been messed around with a fair bit. Someone had like almost like a boost tee or a bleeder in the line to the fuel reg. So someone's obviously had the boost tee and the fuel reg line in and been turning up the boost and the fuel, which I suppose is at least better than just turning up the boost. But either way, it's been messed with. So we want to put it back to just stock. So it's just going to be running stock boost, stock fuel pressure, and just run it up on the dyno and see what it's doing, and we can see what we can go from there. But that'll be awesome. So we'll get the damn thing in the damn hole. Righto guys, so getting pretty close now. We just had a bit of a lunch break and I've chucked the new throw-up bearing on the carrier. So it's in the box now. So now we've just got to get the engine off the stand, put the flywheel and we've got to put the spigot bush still in. Do all that sort of stuff, the back of the motor. Put the sandwich plate on first. And then it's ready to go in. So I'm going to chuck this on a time lapse for the installation so that we can get stuck in and get it smashed out. So we'll see you on the other side. So the old GoPro went flat at some point in that time lapse, not quite sure when, but she's getting there, eh? Not bad.
So annoyed that me bloody cam covers don't match all my blue accents at the moment.
So it's actually fought us a lot trying to get it in there. I'm not sure if you would have seen it on the time lapse even if it was still going. The lens is all dirty. But anyway, we are getting to the point now where we're just about ready to start filling it up with fluids, put some water in it, just double check the oil, and then we can crank it over and make sure we've got oil pressure. So obviously before that we've got to do a few more things under the car, but it is getting pretty close. So not bad at all. Getting there, big day, but we're getting there. So anyway, still got to do, just a couple of things underneath the car, but otherwise everything's going pretty swell. It's looking nice in there, nice and at home.
Sure is.
So we're pretty much done underneath the car now. I'll whack the exhaust midsection in. Zach's put on just one of the wings because the other one on the passenger side was very, very bent.
Yeah, she wasn't playing the
So
game.
if anyone's got a spare passenger side wing for an RB, if you wouldn't mind getting on to Zach and seeing if you can make it fit, because something's punched the bottom of this at some point and it's bent it. So we're not going to bother putting that back in at the moment.
She's mounted a gutter at some point.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
But apart from that, we're pretty much ready to chuck some water in this thing and see how many water leaks it's got. Rex is just fixing up Zach's speed sensor cable at the moment. Someone's just cut the pin off it, like the plug, and just left the wires in it. So Rex put a 2-pin weather pack connector on it, so that maybe Zach's speedo will work now.
We'll see.
It does have a little weep from the sump plug, which is a pain, but obviously with this run-in oil in it, it's going to get changed out quite soon anyway. So Zach will have an opportunity to put a new crush washer in the sump there, and hopefully that will fix that.
Yep.
So apart from that, we're pretty much done into the car, so time to drop it down,
And,
put some water in it, and then we'll turn it over and get some oil pressure up. Once we've got oil pressure, we'll whack the plugs and coil packs and everything back in and complete all the intercooler piping, and then we can fire her up. Pretty good oil pressure considering what those clearances came up from, so pretty happy with that. We just timed it up. Pretty sure stock timing for these is 12 degrees, so we've timed it to somewhere between 10 and 12 in that area, so that's fine for now. We might creep up on it on the dyno tomorrow when we run it up, but it's, yeah, it seems to be all good. So righto guys, big day, but I did say I wanted to get the thing running today, and the thing's running today, so we're not going to run it any more than that. It's not actually revving out at the moment. It's going. I'm assuming it's just going into limp mode because I've got the oil pressure sender out to put the analog gauge in to make sure it had oil pressure on startup. So yeah, oil pressure's pretty good, so happy to pull that analog gauge out. We'll put the sender back in so that it doesn't go into limp mode, but we're not going to run it again until we get it on the dyno tomorrow, or to put it on the dyno tomorrow. Get those rings nice and bedded in straight away. So yeah, that'll be fine. The timing it's at the moment will be good. Just forget it on the dyno and load it up and bed everything in. And then tomorrow we'll see what it's doing for boost on the dyno, and we might creep up on that timing a bit. We'll chuck the knock box on and creep on that up on that timing a little bit maybe.
I'll bring a boost tee.
Yeah, if you want. If you want,
we
may
go.
as well have it here.
Yeah. Why not?
And if the AFRs are good, we can put a bit more boost in it.
Sounds good.
But yeah, so that's going to be it for today. We'll chuck some fresh fuel in. Zach's got some fresh 98. So we'll chuck a few tanks of fresh 98 in there. And yeah, tomorrow we'll creep up on that timing after we're happy with our fuel. Again, like being stock ECU, there's really not a lot we can do with it, but we can do something. So we've all got bets on how much it's going to make. Rex reckons 250. I reckon 260. Zach reckons 261 because he's a dick.
I'm being optimistic and I just want to be one more than him.
Yeah,
so
he just wants to be one more. So if it goes over 260, he wins.
I'm the winner, so I'm fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I reckon about 260 on about 11 pound. I suppose we should specify that. That's on our assumption on 11 pound, which is what we think it should make being stock from my accounts. So yeah, we'll see what we can get out of it, eh?
It was making 5 psi coming over here. That was me doing pulls with a cracked ringman. So
yeah, again with no gaskets on the hot side at all, it wouldn't have been very happy. So no, it's sounding a lot better at the moment. Zach reckons. I didn't really listen to it much when he got here. But
the turbo, even just going up to what was it, 1,500 RPM or something? 2,000
yeah,
RPM.
Whatever, about 2,000. It probably
harder than it
costs out.
has in its entire life.
Yeah, the dose actually sounds pretty good. So
yeah, bit of a little Series 2 boy.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
It'd be a good little thing. Also, we got our aircon fixed today, finally engine room. Now that we have that out of the engine room, we don't have to be in there to build it anymore. But we have nice ice cold AC. So we're going to go ahead and probably never touch aircons again. But bloke came and vacked it out and purged it and put a different gas in it because it was R22. But he put a different gas that apparently is compatible. But it's awesome. Freezing cold now, so nice in here. So now that it's cold in here, Rex is going to finish the 350. But anyway, thanks for watching. As always, it's been a good day, good couple of days. Pretty stoked with how this thing's come together. I know Zach's pretty stoked. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Next one's going to be chucking this on the dyno and getting it nice and getting it right. And so yeah, we'll see you then. Don't miss it. Catch us later, guys.